Yeah, following the series that I started here, like experiential evaluation of topics that I did already. um I did democracy, I did artificial intelligence, and now I would like to go through medicine and basically benefits of technology. But medicine is the most. I like to focus on that, but I want to caveat like this heavily. This isn't something that I can persuade myself to believe. This is something that the theory that it comes from the theory, and I know it's coherent with the theory. But the problem is that I've written, this is my third theory. My first theory was in 2004 called Delta Theory, and in it uh, I assumed that uh, it's possible. I had I had a premise that that it's possible to explain everything in reality in a consistent fashion. That I can build uh, it's possible to build reality from raw rationality, and actually offer a model for that. Not just say that it's possible, but actually build a and it's it was a big effort. And in 2010, I realized that it's completely wrong. It's not possible because metaphysical inconsistency must exist, and everything I assumed is possible is actually impossible. And I wrote a second theory, and then I reached segmented aspects of metadimensional, and again I realized that I was wrong because my previous assumptions in inconsistent was that of physicalism. I still believed in physicalism, basically. I still believe that there's one world, that one physical world, that the wakeful world is an objective world. So what I'm trying to say is that I wrote, and these all led me to this theory. So I wrote them then, and I believed them. They were true. And then the second one, I believed they were true. But fooled me once, fooled me twice. I can't take the things I write seriously anymore to the extent that is that the arguments I'm gonna lay out uh, require. Uh, so if it doesn't compel you, then no, it doesn't compel me either. But it's still what the theory says. So what am I? Okay, so that was a big intro, and what am I trying to argue? So um, you need to think about medicine, how medicine works today. There are uh, probably there's antibiotics, surgery. I don't remember what other big uh, breakthroughs there have been in medicine, but the most recommended um, way to treat illness, according to medicine, is to just avoid it using better lifestyle choices. Um, and if that's not possible, then the idea is that you may keep living by by like making it more and more impossible to do what you want, and your life basically is dictated by more and more as you grow older by the medical recommendations. Without, if you don't follow them, you're dead. They go or quite quickly die. Now that's just how it is. I mean, there are medical interventions, but they work less. They don't work as good as prevention, as lifestyle choices. But here's the thing. When you have to remember what it experience. What does experience want? Does experience, uh, yes, your experience, my experience, everyone's experience wants to continue on living. The body makes sure that that's the case. The thought of death, of the end of experience, is inconceivable. Like as it comes out as fear, it comes out as fantastic stories about the afterlife. It comes out like there's no shortage of examples how traumatic this is to experience, to process. But according to the theory, this is all untrue. Experience won't end ever. I did a video about it. It will never end. Uh, and when the thing that experience actually should care about is experiential dominance, is its ability to realize its desires in the wakeful physical world. And that aspect of existence is undermined by medicine. The medicine we are given, we are offered, is prolonging our life at the expense of experiential dominance. It's clear. It's undeniable. And of course, there is like a you have to sometimes give up some experiential dominance. I mean, that's just grow up, But we have gone into like we're so terrified of death that we made ourselves live in basically caging our experience inside aging bodies and sick bodies, because we are so terrified of what will happen next, because we cannot convince ourselves that death is not the end, or that we cannot let go of the things that we have in our lives because it feels so important. So the question here is like, is medicine actually doing a good thing for humanity or not? I mean, obviously sometimes yes, but is it if you think about it, like without bias, what medicine actually does is it says you will experience life as old people. That's basically it. According to the theory, it's not that there won't be young bodies to experience. It's not like you don't have a choice. You have. But with medicine, more people will live as old people. And sometimes that's better. Like my youth wasn't exactly happy. Like I wasn't special, but I wasn't really, like adolescent, like many kids. I was just like, I had my own shit to go through. Nothing special, but nothing I'd like to repeat. So I don't know if to say, like, if it's better to be, maybe it is better to be older, but if the jury is out. But what is definitely not what definitely cannot be denied is that the life that we are living today, like people are even in their youth doing caging their lives in routines that all their entire purpose is to preserve, and lengthen their lives, and they're not aware of and if you know the theory, that all of this simply doesn't really compel.